Well, the next event coming up is the girls' free skateboarding competition, or the Tricks event. And I'd like to introduce to you one of the contestants in that, Wendy Bearer, whose brother, Danny, just won the flatland slalom. You're kind of happy for him, I bet.
Yeah.
Are you really a skateboarding family? Do you have any other brothers and sisters?
Yeah, well, I have a brother who's 7, and he skateboards, and a little sister who's 3. And yeah, she just kind of sits on it and pushes with her feet.
Probably see her in the competition next year. Well, let's talk a little bit about the Tricks, Wendy. Do you try to choose a difficult routine and maybe not score as high, or do you try to make a simple routine and do it all smoothly?
Well, I think it's better just to have a few hard tricks and do them, and then have a more of a simple routine and just do it perfectly.
Well, now, what's the most difficult one you do?
Well, a nose wheelie or a handstand is one of the hardest.
Well, these terms are really something, aren't they? It's a whole new terminology in sport. Well, I know you're getting ready to go into the competition. We'll be watching you, Wendy Bearer.
Okay.
Best of luck.
And thank you.
Okay, and we're going to have now the competition in the girls' free skateboarding, and I think you'll enjoy it. Here is Donna Cash. She comes from Pacific Palisades, is 14 years old. And see what Donna has in store for us in this Tricks competition.
Right off the bat, she's down. She's going to try a handstand. No. She grabbed both hands. Look at that. Look at that. A squat position. Very difficult. You're holding the whole level of your board just with your hands. This is amazing what tricks we're seeing here today from these girls. That's a new one that I haven't seen very often. Walking the board. Going to go to the nose. It's a very difficult nose wheelie.
Is that what they call hanging 10?
Yes, that'd be hanging 10 on a surfboard, and they'll raise the end on a skateboard and call it a nose wheelie.
Nice routine by
Very nice. She
Donna
obviously
Cash.
had this one planned and is going to go the full minute in as many tricks as she can do. Grabbing the nose. Coughing at the end.
And that came just at the time, and a nice round of applause for Donna Cash, who ought to score pretty high here. She has to beat 14, which is the previous total. And she's done it. 15.5 points for Donna Cash, and it puts her in first place so far in the competition. Here's Colleen Boyd, a 13-year-old from Pacific Palisades. That seems to be an area that produces a lot of these skateboarders. Many of them have made the finals, and she starts out with a handstand. Colleen has to beat a total of 23 points. It means that she's going to have to get 3/8 at least.
Going to the nose, another surfboard maneuver. She turned a 360 on her board and called in surfing a spinner. We call it the same thing as skateboarding.
Hey, there's a good one.
360s.
Two 360s.
Right, we call it a 720, and boy, is it a rough one. First one we've seen here today. Switch ends. She's swapping ends of the board. Look at that. This gal is hot.
This is Colleen Boyd.
Incidentally, a comical note, that one is called a frog in skateboarding. Here we see a reverse frog.
Oh, boy.
She tried to spin her and tried to leave her board.
Well, Colleen Boyd's going to get some high points because she had a lot of difficult maneuvers in there. Let's see what the judges say. 8, 8, and 8. Well, that's what she needed. That's what she got. 24 points. And she now is in first place. Well, the skateboard craze has really hit the United States. In fact, I think this is one of the fugitives from Disneyland nearby who seems to be happily on board his skateboard today. We'll be back with more of this American Skateboarding Championship in just a moment from Anaheim, California. Here is Wendy Bearer. Wendy comes from Pacific Palisades and is 13 years old. Her brother Danny is the winner of the flatland slalom, so the Bearer family really is quite a skateboarding family, and now she would like very much to continue by winning the women's tricks. So let's watch Wendy Bearer.
Watch this.
She goes with that handstand.
Go headstand. Doing a handstand. There's a 360. Good. Walking the board. Another 360 all the way around. Very good succession of tricks.
Now, the tricks in skateboarding should flow together. In other words, instead of just being fragmentary tricks, one should go right into another. And this is what the judges are watching for, to see what kind of continuity these gals can come up with.
There's the difficult front wheelie. Doing some difficult tricks here. Going to the nose just like on surfing. Very same thing as in surfing. There's a wheelie. Walking the board. Walking to the nose and back again.
And time is up for Wendy Barrett. Wendy has to beat 20.5 points. That was the previous high total in the tricks. That was scored by Valerie Perez. So let's see if she can do it. Very definitely has she done it. She has a total of 23 points. So Wendy Barrett has moved into first place in the women's tricks. This is Laurie Turner from Berkeley, California. Laurie's the oldest one in this competition. Old at the age of 15. So that's the way it is in skateboarding. And here she goes. She's going to try that handstand right off.
There it is. She's made it. She's held it. Look at that. There's a front wheelie. Most difficult for girls, and especially girls being a large girl like she is. Very difficult. Real fast, a 720. Beautiful, one of the nicest 720s we've seen here today. Very smooth all the way through, and she maintained her balance.
This is Laurie Turner from Berkeley, California, who has to beat 24 points. She has to get better than 3/8 from the judges. Can you imagine the balance that these kids eventually develop?
Constant practice. That's what these kids do.
And that's the time. Laurie Turner from Berkeley. And now she'll be very anxious to see just exactly how well she scored. She had a lot of difficult tricks in there. Whether it's enough to overtake Colleen Boyd, we'll just have to wait and see. She did it. 9, 8.5, and 8. So Laurie Turner very happy. She has won this event with 25.5 points.